We're good. Hey, wonderful. 8 minutes, plenty of time. Needs to be done. Hey, thanks for the follow again, Milap. Welcome in. Do you paint? Do you collect? Reveal to me. Still waking up. Just terrible at this time of day. Disgraceful. I mean, it's not. I have been up for at least an hour, but fucking hell, it's a bit shit, isn't it? Really. Beg pardon. Terrible language. Very rude. If you've just followed, you won't notice the difference. We've got a slight change today. I've gone for. I finally switched out the cloth that's been the backdrop for the painting. Hello. Hey, Nuggle Matt, welcome in. We're just streaming today on YouTube as well. So, try to do what we can. Do let me know if there's any sort of a quality issue with the stream. But also, I'm going to be trying to upscale something. You'll see. But also, sorry, it's going to be very loud. Milk. massive bubbles. Ugh. Oh well. Oh, bollocks to it. Hello. Hello. It's Tuesday. Tuesday. Some liquid. Be needing those paints today. I'll be needing those ones down there. Am I wearing these whilst I paint? It'll get warm today. No. Let's not wear these. That's a mistake. That's how mistakes are made. Even if they do need a repair. And are no longer really very good going out trousers. I don't want to get paint on them. Multiple pairs of trousers with paint on, suitable for this time of day and time of year. There you go. That's better. Blast them. Bless you, dude. So coming in on the YouTube. We'll try and make it sort of a longish stream, so that we can catch people waking up over in America. But there's no promises. It's my birthday tomorrow. I'm going to be exhausted if I don't sort my body clock out. It's all wrong. It's all backwards. Productive day yesterday, though. Very productive. Made some really good notes of things and a bit of a plan. My audio is a little bit messed up for some reason. Oh, I know what's going on now. It's turned down, isn't it? There you go.
Oh, who's this?
Oh, wow. Thanks for the subscription. Thanks for subscribing. That's cool. That is very cool. That's on YouTube, right? Thank you very much for the subscription.
Oh, who's this?
Thanks, Twitchand and Unclean Kutku. Thank you very much. Thanks for following the channel. For the subscription. Get them mixed up. Right, my audio is really messed up.
Oh, who's this?
Yeah, there you go. I didn't hear any alert there, though. And I don't hear myself. Yeah, so my audio is still messed up.
Oh, who's this?
There you go. There you go. There wasn't an alert sound, was there?
Oh, who's this?
Okay, there was that time. Okay, they are working. Thanks to the follow links. Amazing. Is this... I'm starting to wonder if this has got something to do with Rob again. Exequiel free. Thank you very much, Master Nun. Thank you. Maybe it's got something to do with Master Nun. I got to change the camera. Hold on. The microphone position. I need to eat some coffee. Yeah, sure. Maybe that actually would be the answer. I just have some straight beans. Thanks so much for that little follow parade. Thank you so much. I recognise Master of None from the Hangouts. I think I'm definitely going to attend. I'm sorry I missed it this week. I was gutted when I realised, and then like I could have come in for like the last hour, but I was like, oh, I've got to fucking work on the video, and I need to focus and concentrate. So, thank you. Oh, wow. Okay, that's what I need. Let's paint some more of this sword. I'm going to sort of turn that into that. We're going to rust the sword up. We're going to make these little warpstone gems, I've decided, I think. Not sure. I have to see how that works out. We're going to do this gold as well, I think. Kind of tempting to do that as warpstone too. It's got those kind of... It's kind of got the shape of it. It's all mangled, that one is, isn't it? Well, it's to be expected. Alright, okay, we can do this. Pain and suffering. You got like a very wide angle. Yeah, you are on the very wide angle today. That's for the best whilst we're painting such a big model. I know what I haven't had, and I'm going to go and have some right now. So I can have a nice bit of focus. Get that focus in. I'm just going to go and have a little mouthful of lion's mane tincture 1 second. Right. Right, now... This is going to really piss me off, isn't it? I've gone and fucked up my lumbar support again. No, I tied it up last night, but it's basically snapped again. So, and it's not holding in position. Can I tie that on? Probably not, and actually have it fit around it. It was a tight enough fit last time, wasn't it? Oh! Oh, shoo-choo. I'm going to try a wee little knot. Hopefully it can just be reattached, but otherwise, maybe we quickly turn this into a crafting stream and I see if my sewing box has got any elastic in it, and I replace this, turn the mini painting stream into a crafting stream just for the home repairs. Yeah, it needs a new one anyway. It looks fucked. But yeah, that will fix it, I think, for now. Just gotta be careful with it. It's starting to deteriorate. It's really tight. Yeah, gotta be careful. It's a good position, so hopefully it stays there. How's everyone's morning been? Always annoys me about German black brown. And there's a few colours like this, right? But when you get to them in the morning and you haven't maybe spread them out enough on the palette, the liquid's really pushed up to the top. We haven't used enough paint. There's too much paint, really. It's wet palette. Sometimes I just end up thinking, half the time even, I end up thinking, especially in this sort of a situation, I just think, this is more work than it's worth. I should just have a fresh palette. But German black brown, and the way that it has this sort of like blue medium that the rest of it sits in, you pull this out, it's just a different colour. But you try and mix that in, now that it's kind of swelled with the water overnight, it'll also be too runny to really do its job. It'll be the same with that there, which will be, what's that, Cyberite green? You can tell, because again, it's like, it's two separated colours and they're quite distinct. I might as well soak both of those up completely. The rest we might be able to get away with mixing, but I'm sort of looking at this as well. Deepkin Flesh. What's that? That is Antelope Brown ink. That is, isn't it? Mm-hmm. No. Well, this should be the Antelope. I know what that is. It's that dark warm grey, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to soak out a load of paints, and try and soak out the excess moisture in others. I often think it's just not worth doing it, though. It often just makes me think I should use just little smaller amounts of paint on the palette, only put what I need, and then if I need more, just put more on the palette. Because, I hate to say it, but basically, if you want your paints to be in the perfect condition, wet palettes just don't work the way that they sort of are meant to do. I think Scott said this a while back, and I think pretty sure that like Miniac starts with a fresh palette every day. But I mean, obviously, I'd be interested in knowing like what other painters in general do and like what their results are, because this is my general experience. Unless you've used most of the paint and it's sort of spread quite nicely out on the palette, if you leave droplets on the palette, this is what happens. The other thing is, I think if you leave it slightly ajar, so if you leave your palette slightly ajar, which I thought I had done, I usually do, where it's like that. It's not fully closed. That's obviously fully closed. I usually have it like that, just so that there's still like a little bit of just so that like all of the condensation doesn't all occur in such a way where that what I've just had to pull out, all of that moisture. But it obviously hasn't worked. Or maybe, I guess I did have the great unclean one sitting on top of it. Maybe he actually did close it. Did anyone notice? Did I have to fully open the pallet? I just did it instinctively. Didn't even think about it. Yeah, okay. There's loads to... it is almost at a point at which might as well just start a fresh palette, really. I think wasting kitchen towel and time almost in the end. None of these are actually going to end up behaving, even though I'm doing this to try and make them behave a little bit nicer and not be overly watery. None of them are going to behave as if they're paint out of the pot. That's pretty nice though. Rorschach test. What do you see, chat? I see bullshit. And these are inks anyway, so they would be very... flow very high, low, like low viscosity. All right, let's go. Come on. The yellows. Oh, I miss the yellows. And the ivory, and then yeah, hopefully, like what we've got there will be something we can use and not just have to reload. Oh, and I miss the white. I know the white's going to be... No, that seems alright. I don't know why I'm keeping this, but I like it. I haven't really had to soak up such a variety of paints before. In such a way. Right, as long as... I could almost sell that if it wasn't so flimsy and also slightly shit. And I like it though. I do genuinely. You can kind of see why like people making Rorschach tests like must have had quite a lot of fun in a way, like doing shit like that, making stuff up. Yeah, it was good. I don't know if I'd necessarily put it up on my wall, but I'm gonna let it dry. This is the situation now. Will you excuse me whilst I go and wash my hands? Won't be a moment. I should have just started with a fresh palette, you see. Wouldn't really fit in with the way that I try to not be wasteful though, if I were to just do that. yeah, it's quite a bright colour scheme. Most of my Nurgle Demon's Army. So it's a little bit close to my arm and shoulder. Move you there. So yeah, it's all of the bits are magnetized for this lad, so we can have all the options. I need to find the chains actually, but I think there's maybe chains that come off this part. Not sure, but yeah, focus on the sword. Very wobbly. All right. Yeah, I think I prefer the black. It's less energy output for people as well, right? So it's efficient. Yeah, it doesn't affect. It's not at all really affecting the lighting quality of the shot, but the area is well lit. So all right, start again. There you go. I was going to get some warpstone glow on, wasn't I? Although black is really what I want to put on next. Don't want to start with a green base. I'm doing warpstone, do you? I think I tended to start from black. I think. Part of me's wondering though, warpstone and Nuln oil. Just for ease. Sorry, bumping the camera. Lighting on the face, and then and nothing's right. Nothing's ever quite right when we start stream. It always takes a little bit of adjustment. Usually because lights have been used for other things, and things change, chat. Okay, things change. It's good to be used to change when it happens, inevitably, as it always does in life. Alright, sweet. Don't you fall over today, you stupid lad. Paint's lit up. Okay, we're good. It's actually how things should be set up. For effect. Let's go over that green.
Might as well start thinking about doing it on both sides, I suppose. Be a bit messier on this side because we haven't really done any of what we've done to the other side here. Cool. Oof. There you go. Right. Just gonna be moving around this side for a little while. Work on the verdigris a little bit. I try not to bump the camera. I'm really sorry if it's vibrating at any point. I'm pretty sure this is Cyberite green we're using. I need to get all of the glass bottles out of there at some stage, or I'll just end up breaking things when I like it sounded like I was going to just then. Cool. It's messed up now. It is, isn't it? Yeah. Is this? Yeah. Spread it out, help it dry a little bit. It's too thin, I think. That's an air paint that's, yeah, thinned itself down quite a lot on the palette overnight. I could just switch to Unclean green. It's very close, but I don't know if anyone's seen the Grey Knights army that Rob has painted for Siege Studios, but it's fucking heck great. On like, as I understand it, the warrior tier. I'd like to know how much that army costs the client. Because for warrior tier, that is fucking phenomenal, and I worry that it's undervalued in some way. I hope Rob got paid fucking nicely for it, basically, because it's damn nice army to just whip up like that. Maybe I do need to give Siege another go, I don't know. I just don't think I've got the passion to paint Space Marines particularly well. I think that's where my problem lies there. Is like to paint Space Marines really well in order to paint more Space Marines. Fuck. But really, like, really beautiful. It really is. The army he's done. I'd like to know how long it took him as well. I'll have to ask him later or tomorrow or something. But yeah, there's a video on YouTube that Siege Studios have. Is it? It's not Chris, is it? Byron's the guy who does Artis Opus, right? Simon? Is it? Oh, fucking hell. The guy who runs Siege Studios, what's his name? Anybody? He's done a video for Siege Studios, which he runs, on an army that Rob's painted at their lowest price point, at the warrior price point. And it's a display standard army. Pretty much. Like, it really is. Like, as an army, it's a display standard army, I reckon. But that's their... I think it's warrior tier. I would love to know how much the client paid for it. I really would. Super interesting to me, that is. Notice my airbrushes. I haven't fucking washed my airbrush from when I was doing the dogs from Odysseus. And I laid down a metallic blue. Shit. Shit the bed. Fuck. Okay, I have to actually turn my air compressor on. See if this is still alive. Sort of attempting to maybe use some airbrushing, do some more airbrushing on this lad. Torturing a mouse. I'm not. I'm cleaning my airbrush. That's the sound of me cleaning my airbrush, not torturing a mouse. You know, for a second. Dark. Are these... Part of me is wondering whether or not they just came through as like a notification because I went live? Because no one sort of said anything in the chat box. Do you know what I mean? Like... So it might be that when we had like that YouTube subscription like thing that happened when Rob came in, because if I remember rightly, Rob didn't say anything either, and none of the people who were subscribing then said anything. So now I'm thinking it's actually It could be, or I don't know. It could be either or. I don't know how or why exactly. I haven't gotten around to even asking. Well, I don't think about it, but it could just be that you like not Streamlabs, but slobs. In general, is saving them up for when I go live. I don't know. It's weird. Weird to think about. Okay, that's a good sign. He's playing that song. It's they're doing Led Zeppelin, aren't they? Basically. Almost. It's very close to the melody of a Led Zeppelin song. Oh, if you are watching on YouTube, you don't get the music, which might be confusing and off-putting and weird because I sing along sometimes. Well, that seems to be working, so I don't need to panic. Yeah, nice shaped cone. Yeah, and that's on 15 psi, so that's fine. Feels exactly correct. Okay, good. Good. That's good. I'm curious as well if he did the conversions. This is again Rob on the army that he did for Siege Studios for a commission for them. I'd be curious to know who did the conversions. A couple of conversions, I think, from when I was half awake watching the video. Cool. I think we could verdigris up this a little bit more. I am thinking that it's a shame we didn't go for the bronze in a way. It's a sort of does look a little bit weird, all of this verdigris gold, because gold doesn't oxidize. I don't. No, that wouldn't be the right way to put it. It doesn't corrode, like. Right. Oh my god! If I'm wrong about that, I'm feel like an idiot. I should know this. Pretty sure gold doesn't corrode under like normal. Right, it's gold in a Great Unclean One sword though, so I sort of suspend disbelief a little bit when you've got like giant green disease demons. You sort of you have to get to that point anyway, I guess. Really, already suspending a certain amount of disbelief. So worrying too much about, does gold actually corrode? It's probably not it's not really worth asking that question about a Nurgle model. Yeah, gold on a Nurgle probably would corrode. That's actually how that would work. Even though it wouldn't in real life, that's how that would actually work in the universe, probably. It's all sort of somewhat experimental, what I'm doing with this. I didn't have a perfect picture of how it was going to come out in my mind. I really do anyway. Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. No, yeah, you could definitely like, you could, couldn't you? You could burn it. You could like melt or why can't my brain think of the right word for what acid does to things? Corrode. Yeah, you could corrode it through acid, but again, it wouldn't, and it would oxidize maybe then, or through some sort of reaction. Maybe you can oxidize gold. Gold oxide doesn't sound right, does it? God, my chemistry is rubbish now. I need to go back to school for certain things, basically. That's the reality of it. After 20 years, over 20 years of being out of education, certain key understandings of things that I'm sure I used to have that I would have been able to work out, they're gone. They're gone. Sad. But I don't think you get verdigris on gold from acid necessarily. I don't. I suppose it would probably depend on the acid that you use, but like. Oh fuck, man! I should know how that works. I feel like an idiot right now. Like my brain isn't. Maybe it's just that I haven't woken up enough. Put it down to that. Maybe in a little bit, like I'll be able to like figure out what's going on there chemically, or what would happen chemically. But it's irrelevant. It's about it's about a suspension of disbelief, really in a big way, isn't it? I suppose that's what we must do in order to even appreciate a great unclean one. Oh shit! This is going to be fun. Trying to get all the sort of like unpolished, uneven facets of these warpstone globules. The holy globules. Oh, brother. We must. Actually, no, that's the wrong yellow. That is ice yellow. I want my German yellow for what I'm about to do. Sort of flitting around the model, allowing myself to just relax with it, really, to be honest, because it is for my own army, or an army that I'm working on, really. You read. Tempted to sort of go into little bits here. Oh, there you go. So that's sort of not really got anything going on there, has it? Need to sort that out. I'll get my rust colours on like this part of the blade, just to sort of start to see what that's going to need to take it up to the final stages, because I haven't gone hard on the non-metallic at all on that, or on the skulls, because it's just like I'm going to make them look rusty and ruined, and disease-filled, so I just end up with too many layers of paint if I put too much on. Winning. What to use? Yeah, let's get you out. And don't need you, Rhinox. Could just use German black brown. Black brown. You back box, our back box. Back box, back. No, I can't switch from the one accent to the other there, can I? What other colour would I usually use for this? I use a bit of Doom Ball and a little bit of Scrag. I feel like I need to like move up into almost a yellow or something. And that being said, I'm sort of tempted to sort of go real ham on this, actually, on the rust on the blade.
So you'd see pink, you'd see purples, you'd see reds, you'd see greens. We've already got some greens on the palette that would probably work, but we don't have any purples or reds that are the right colour for red and purple rust. Grab those. Need something for the yellow. I might go for. Well, let's have a look what else we've got. Yeah, nothing in the Vallejo rack's gonna work.
Hey Luke, how's it going, man? Looking really good. Ah, cheers, Noggle, man. Loads to. It will look. I am confident that once I'm done with it, it will look. It will look good. I will be happy with it once it's done. But I'm probably going to be picking up this guy like every like once a week or something. Maybe just try and like plug away at him. He's going to be centerpiece of my army. I'm not buying another great unclean one. I'm not going to be one of those like I'm going to have 2 or 3 great unclean ones. How you doing, Luke? Anyway, oh Brogard, thank you so much, man. Just on a short break, wanted to say hi. Thanks for coming in. Thanks, dude. Thanks for coming in. Don't know if you saw my YouTube comment earlier, but if you could share 1 year, you're right. I'm terrible with celebrating markers, but yeah, 1 year. Thanks, man. We've got affiliate anniversary coming up on Twitch in 10 days. I think it's the 24th. So I don't want to say 4 years. And I also don't want to say 5 years, but it might have been at least that long that we've been on Twitch. I don't understand how that's... But it's got something to do with like me doing really sneaky late night live streams when I was like doing nights at GW. So that's basically... I've put the link in the Discord. Cool, man. I'll have a look. And it's on how you filter your isopropyl alcohol, isn't it? For your 3D printing, right? And reuse it. Yeah, I know a few people who will really appreciate that. So I'll definitely give that a thumbs up. And I'm really happy with, like, it's not done particularly well, the video, but that's fine. But the engagement's been amazing. Like, it's been really nice engagement from people. And it's obviously something that caught people's interest. And I'm going to be doing it again. I think, obviously, it's not going to get 2,500 likes, but, you know. Fuck it. I mean, that was a ridiculous marker to put on it. And I deliberately did that. It's not going to get that many likes. So we're safe. We don't have to drink paint water next time, I don't think. Unless I end up eating my words. No worries, man. Enjoy. That reminds me, I have to call a company. I didn't get a parcel. And also, to be fair, I also wanted to record the conversation with them and actually ask them if it was okay to record the conversation, because it was going to be in a video, and I didn't fucking record it. And I didn't ask, so it's good that I didn't record it because I didn't ask, but because you have to in the UK, like legally. But they also were going to send me a little like care package, I think, and that would have arrived by now. Would have arrived this time, like last week, or like not this time, Wednesday last week, or Thursday latest. I would have thought. Some of you might know what I'm talking about. We were going to get some freebies sent out to us. I won't say who. Until I figure out whether or not we're actually going to get them. I guess at this point, that's the best thing to do. I could mix... Yeah, I could probably mix these colours, you know. Fuck it, let's get the palette really messy. Let's get it really overcrowded. It's great when that happens, isn't it? Or That's been drying out substantially. You can tell. I need to pull the gank out of there and maybe throw something to thin it out with. Oh dear, look at that. What a situation. Stupid DW. Stupid GW and their stupid bots. They didn't listen to me. They didn't bloody listen. My manager didn't listen to me. He was like, what are you up to, Pete? Something to do with the paint pot then? Tasked with redesigning it. I don't know why I'm doing it in the voice of Boris Johnson. Redesigning it. Oh, great. Oh, you should do dropper bottles. Oh, no. No, can't please everyone. It only upset people. It's like, Pete, you employed me to help you with these decisions, these key decisions about what the hobbyists want. The hobbyists want dropper bottles. No, better not do that. No, just do the same design. Exact same design. So you're just doing the same design and you're not even redesigning it. Basically. Well, they don't seal very well. The old design never really sealed very well. It's kind of a bit of a problem, really, as a design. It sort of has like flaws, really. So we really could do with actually looking at a redesign, especially if we're not looking at drop balls. Oh no. Look, you try and please one lot, and you'll upset the others. It's just not worth it. Fucking hell. Oh well. I tried. I'm ready for my second coffee. Oi. See, it's already up there. I've just cleaned it out, and it's already fucking up there. I hate that. That is one of those moments in my life I'll just never forget. I'll just never forget being ignored by a manager who thought he knew better than me about a subject that he hired me to advise him on. I'll never forget it. It's like a sort of trauma. It's one of those things that like just stopped me from going back to working for anyone as a grunt, because I just can't. I can't handle idiots making bad decisions above me. Can't suffer it. Enjoy being self-employed and working for companies I like working for. Keep it that simple. Glad to not be working for GW. Fuck those guys. It's good to see them fucking spinning in the wind and fucking up their own shit, and having no one but themselves to blame after the way they treated me. It's good. It's a good feeling. And I'm glad that I can't even put any claim to it at all. Like, in terms of, it's literally all their fucking own doing. Nothing I've done has changed that downward trajectory that they created for themselves. It was unstoppable. There was nothing that could be done. say that, of course. I know that, like, they're only ever a Space Hulk or Warhammer Quest release away. From being probably financially stable again, unfortunate Sag. I kind of want to put this on him whilst I do this, because I like to follow the direction. And again, this is kind of a thing that I do, and actually, it's kind of silly to do it in a way. But I always think with Nurgle, it's like the corrosion and the rust is almost like constantly flowing and growing and flaking off and falling off, and so I tend to sort of draw lines downwards as if it's sort of dripping out of these areas. In reality, they would just probably grow outwards and have maybe tiny little bits dripping out. I don't know. He's not always going to be holding it in that direction, is he? Sort of like makes him a permanent living statue. Which he is anyway, I suppose. Oof! Sorry. Shit. Get the bed. You're right. My bad. Punching the mic with the model. Too much. Instantly starting to make all of this look a little bit more as it's meant to. Hmm. But have I got something on the tip of it? What's going on? Have I battered the tip of this so much already? Yeah, I do need to call that company up. I might do that very shortly. I don't want to leave it too late in the day. What the fuck? Come on. Are we just super thin down? What's... No particular approach to what I'm doing when it comes to rust. I guess start generally with the lower colours, the lower than in value, and just don't shy away from the various colours that rust offers. It's such a great thing to paint. One of my favourite things to paint. I've got some really nice references if I ever need them, but ultimately I've spent so much time studying the look of rust and feel of rust that I don't really need to use the references. General rule. I'll do the gold down here. Just loads of bits still to do on him. So much to do. Do you know what? I might just start on this side, yeah. Let's get this. Do some... the same method as we used on the other side and just do like a massive dirty wet blend and not worry too much about hitting any of the blue because we're going to be going over all of that as well. I just wasn't really happy with the colours that we ended up with, and this was painted a long time ago, to be fair. And whilst it was around a time when I did manage to get my golden demon pin, I think it's easy. It's not at all unmodest of me to suggest that I'm a much better painter than I probably was back then. After the years, I'd like to think I am. Be a bit crazy if I wasn't. So should really come down like this from this angle, but it doesn't matter really when we're moving between such low values. Just pulling down on a wet blend with the Reaper Triad non-metallic gold, sort of over time, just trying to hit like a little bit less as we do it. Maybe come from a slightly higher angle each time. It doesn't produce the smoothest and best non-metallics, but my Nurgle Demon's army is, well, most of it was painted years and years and years ago, so its standard isn't super high. And whilst I want this guy to stand out, I don't want him to stand out too much. I don't want it to be like, oh shit, you painted that at a different point in your painting career, didn't you? Which it's easily it could do, especially as he does tend to jump out in a demon army anyway. Worry too much about hitting the blue part of the blade. Going over it. Pull some excess out of there if I want this colour to actually show up there, because there's a lot sitting on that one little skull I just passed over. Also got to remember, this is the upward facing part of it, so it would be getting hit much more than the other side, so I do need to actually push the higher colours a little bit more. Things are drying out now, so on a semi-dry brush consistency now, I think, on the brush, to be fair. Not the way you want to be treating one of your better brushes, really. Yeah, there's nothing really special about it, but it's a start for what we want. Eep. Placement of those is pretty bad. Try that again. Music stop. I think music stop. Hold on. Get the rest of what's on this brush off and I'll get something on. Okay, there's a disgracefully quick, like, not highest highlights, but an easy way to just throw your initial bit of non-metallic values down. Okie dokie. What do we got? Chosen a longer playlist. Wooda. Hey, Apollos, welcome in. Oh, that's disgusting, mate. Why'd you come in here and do that? Honestly, it's disgraceful. No manners. No manners, that Apollos. No, I'm joking. How have you been, man? I saw you were streaming yesterday at the Baldur's Gate. Better out than in, that's what my mum always used to say. No, she didn't. No, my mum would say rude. And my dad would probably say better out than in. As one would expect. You're alright? Good man. Just had to get up and move a little bit. We're slowly working away at getting this sword looking all manky and horrible and disease ridden and getting that hand painted and finished. I think that's what I'm going to do today, is just work on this. I'm alright, man. Yeah, I'm okay. Yeah. I'm alright. Yeah, I don't know. You know, it's fine. Whatever, right? Things are good though, really. Like, they're fine. Like, life is fine. Everything that's meant to be happening is happening. Yeah. I have faith. How about you, man? How's the fam? Little one keeping you up still as much, or are you getting a bit more sleep nowadays? Or has it gotten worse? Yeah, miss you in the Discords, man. I haven't seen you in the Discords for a while. But then, like, you're not the only one. And it's not, with the weather having taken an upswing, I can't blame anyone for spending less time on social media in general. That sounds like probably a good thing, right? He's pretty active, up at 6ish most days. I honestly wish I had something kicking my ass up out of bed at 6 o'clock every morning. Really do. It's what my life kind of needs. Although ideally it would start it would not be a child kicking me out of bed. It would be a nice lady. And then later on, kids can also kick me out of bed. That's fine. But I think it's a blessing to have something like that. I really do. And I'm speaking specifically about having, like, people waking you up. As opposed to a digital or physical clock mechanism. Seems to have gone back. Sorry. Into his routine after the holiday, which is good. Been in Turkey for 2 weeks. Nice, man. Congrats. Well, you deserve it. You know, you're working all the hours of the day, really, aren't you? When you're not taking care of the family and the kid and working, you're streaming and doing preparation for D&D and painting stuff. It doesn't stop. You'd love to be able to sleep in again. Yeah, you get to do that later on in life, right? But you need to have, like, several more kids, okay? You know, like 4, 5 more. So that when you're old, there's some of them around to take care of you. You know. Because the state's not gonna do it. Okay. You're gonna get snipped to undone. No. What was it? Like, because fucking Pyrian's had the snip. Pyrian Flax had the snip. He's had 3 or 2. And I swear in one of the Triforce podcasts that they do with him, Sips and Lewis, he said a while after that, like, stuff still comes out. I was like, huh. You would think that that's not how that works. And I also thought that, like, it really, really seriously affected your libido, and as a result, it could affect weight gain. So I'm like, I'm never getting the snip. I mean, like, by the time I find the right lady and actually, you know, hopefully start procreating at one point in my life, you know, there's going to be a window that, you know, so I best not get the snip. You know, I better keep it to my old age. I might need it. Or something. I don't know. Oh, Sag. Rip you. Taking care of toddler and baby from August onwards. Yep. He's getting pretty big now. Some more work for me now until August. Well, yeah, but you know, if you, they'll also start helping out. You know, that's something that you got to try and keep in mind. Is that, like, at some stage, you know, no, I think it might be a hindrance if I were to actually find someone nice to have a family with. I'm sure I will. First cigarette of the day. My birthday tomorrow. But cheeky 45. Fuck off. Fuck off, you whippersnapper. Cheeky bastard. Gingers go grey too, you know. You wait. You wait. You'll be grey before I am. Yeah. Give it another 5 years. Give it another 5 years. Hopefully not. No, I mean, like, fully going grey is kind of cool, I think. Gotta respect that. In a weird way. Yeah. Earthy. But I'm not that old. Not over the hill yet. Yeah, once I started to get grey hairs, I was like, just fuck it, all of you bastards turn grey now. Just do it. Just do it. I'm ready. I'll be a silver fox. Yes, let's go. And it didn't happen. Ginger grey hybrid ain't gonna work. I don't know, man. My mate Mark has an awesome beard as a result of the greying. Really fucking cool. He's ended up with like a strip like down the middle, and it just looks awesome. Some people are lucky like that, right? Where they get like a whole patch just in the right spot that goes like a different colour. Like, and it looks really cool. It's like something out of a D&D book or something. What's your plans for the rest of the day, dude? Turn the fan on for a bit. Stay back at work today? Fair. So that's after paternity leave. Fair. Oh yeah. Turkish holiday. Not paternity leave. Okay. Well, I'm sure I'll be very aware of it when that happens, probably. What's going to happen with streaming? Are you still going to be able to maintain... I expect that things will change when it does arrive for you. Is your D&D group prepared for it? Yeah, fair. Always takes a bit of a hit, doesn't it, taking time off? Okay. I think it is time for the second coffee before it's too late to have one. And we have to switch to decaf. Yeah, this needs... I tend to actually end up thinking when I do these wet blends with the non-metallic, it's better to layer. Just because... well, that's quite muted compared to what it would have been if I had layered those three colours up as opposed to wet blending them. But that's how blending paint works. You always sort of tend to have colour intensity drop down when you blend colours together. I'm gonna chill. Oh, it means my stuff's already been hit into the ground. It means my stuff's already been hit into the ground, so it's no biggie. I'm gonna chill. The small part would be anxious about it. Yeah, all good with taking time, to be fair. I'm gonna lie, playing with the idea of stopping streaming for the most part. I enjoy it, but yeah, it takes a lot of time. I appreciate that. Yeah, I've had to like massively restrict my amount of stream time in order to get on with the other things I need to get on with. And ultimately, like, yeah, over the next month, realistically, I have to get a job. Probably. I'm still waiting on a commission, on news on a commission. That's nothing's happening on at the moment, it seems. I need to chase that up really today. Oh. Make sure I'm logged into everything. It looks like I'm not. There you go. Coffee. One second, I'll grab some milk. Great. Oh yeah. Oh shit. Nice and dry now. I'm using all my audio because stupid bullshit. Right, hold on. I'm going to mute myself for this milk frothing. Sort of messed up on my milk frothing there. Oh, my audio. Yeah. One of these days I will get replacement cables. Or go wireless. Fully. Just need to get like a Bluetooth transmitter for my well, that's why it's awkward, isn't it? Because it needs to be a Bluetooth transmitter with external power input, and then I'd need to be supplied by a mini USB-C, because that's the only spare one in the back of my PC. And that's without like getting a, which really isn't great as well, drawing power out, something like that as well. It's a chance for like ground loops and all sorts of bullshit. I'll probably have to go on an actual break once I have a sip of this, because I've just had a cigarette. So the old combo, a one-two combo of coffee and a cigarette. Coffee and a cigarette. It's a good blues tune, that is. I love this light. It's the best. I love how that in order to get it like out of camera shot, I have to raise it so high on its legs that it doesn't really have enough of a base to stand on without falling over. Oh, and this fucking audio cable. I might actually, with what little money I do have, order a fresh cable. or the parts to make one for myself. I'm sick of this shit. Giving me problems. I can't figure out where the problem is. I can't get my right ear to work. There you go. Effort. Stupid. Stupid, really. It's a shame that the audio shop near me is closed, isn't it? It's closed. There used to be a proper audiophile shop near me. Oh, that's completely dried out, has it? Well, that's a shame. That is a shame. I thought that would be airtight enough in there, but it obviously wasn't. That's a shame. That's a shame. Oh well. Oh, I am. I'm going to go on a break because there's... Oh, no. Maybe not. Everything is closing down. We keep building more offices, shops. Where? Where's this? They did put loads of money into like a cinema complex here where I live, and it's just sort of like, I personally sort of just feel like it was so unnecessary. This fucking eyesore that they put in the centre of town, this concrete eyesore, ruined the fucking local skyline. Wankers. Oh, I'm picking up ice yellow and I want German yellow again. God damn it. Yeah, it does make you wonder a bit, doesn't it? I definitely know. I hear and see a lot of stories about like loads of high streets just getting absolutely decimated. That's kind of why I like living where I am, because like the high street is still pretty lively, you know. And I know that that's becoming rarer and rarer. I like having my little independent shops to go to. I don't like to have to go and shop at the supermarket. I hate shopping at supermarkets. It's like I go into a supermarket for like one or two things because I can't get them at the local shops. If I could, I'd buy them at the local shops. It's not any sort of an anxiety thing of going in there. It's just I don't want to give the supermarkets my money. A little bit of paint have come off, I think, since I last painted down there. I'm a bit worried. A little bit more rust. Thanks, Nurgle Matt. Appreciate it, dude. It was I really enjoyed producing it in the end, and although I struggled with the production of it for a little bit, yeah, I feel like it's another like step up in my editing, maybe a little bit. It's well edited. I feel like mostly there's a couple of shots obviously I would have liked to have captured. I would have liked to have actually like pictured the actual slurry before I started processing it. Obviously I mentioned that in the video, being a bit of a mistake, and a really silly thing, but I wish I hadn't actually lingered on the shot of the slurry that I kind of edited to represent what mine looked like. It stayed on screen for just seconds longer than it needed to, or like a second longer or something. Really like picky, fussy thing to pick out. But like one of the things that I recall from, I don't know who said it, but somebody said something a while ago and it stuck with me, that like when you're making videos, one of the things you don't want to do is, like, ideally, right, every frame is there for a purpose. Like every single frame. If you're a really good director, then what you really want is every single frame of your production to be good enough to put like in a picture or something like that. Which obviously I'm not there yet. Like I'm not, you know, and I'll probably never get to the point where I'm at like that level. But I'd like to eventually get to that point where it's a bit like that, where like every single frame of what I produce is like almost frameable. That would be really cool if I could get to that stage, but sincerely worth multiple rewatches to make sure I understood it all. So I think that like the next time I do it, because I will do it again, I'll do another flocculation video. I think I'll work harder on explaining what's going on in a more easy to comprehend, like more of a flow chart of what's going on, and explaining it, and maybe having a little bit more imagery as to what's going on in terms of the flocculation process, because that's certainly one of the bits that I didn't really get into in a deep way, because it gets into like really interesting chemical terminology and stuff about like I can't think, like mole size, like mole sizes for the molecules. So mole size, I think they call them, into turbidity, into like all these really interesting words, and they you know reflect certain aspects of the process. And I'd quite like to make a video that sort of maybe dives a little bit more into that. But then I also want to make a video on what I can do with the leftovers. Like I am genuinely interested in maybe trying to make it into like tokens that I can send out to people, like Patreon members or something. But I've got to figure out how to... What I suspect is that basically it's a sludge. There's no like... There's no long carbon chains or long carbon polypropylene chains. It's all individual bits of acrylic pigment. So somehow I'd need to figure out how to, and it would probably be through heat ultimately, that I would turn it into a substance that I could actually then make plastic parts out of. I might test acetate. I might get some acetate and just try a little bit and see if it'll turn into sprue goo, and then I could make little things out of it by turning it into sprue goo. and then letting it dry normally. But from what I've seen with sprue glue and the way it finishes, quite often it needs like some filling and finishing work. And so I don't know about the idea of it in that respect. Because don't want to send out anything rubbish to people, but also like, I guess obviously like part of the way that I did that video was to try and make it so it was visually entertaining enough so that people would maybe want to rewatch it twice or be happy rewatching it twice because of the fact that there's so much information in there, maybe. And I obviously massively appreciate multiple watches. That is, it's really good for like views numbers. Should be doing down here whilst I do this as well. Use this as a little bit of a wash almost. Do all of that, don't we? Nice one, dude. Appreciate that. It's really nice. Like the amount of feedback that I've been getting and the comments on it is something that has been really nice. Like it hasn't been getting crazy view numbers, but it's been getting a lot of people engaging with it, which is really nice. And it's almost as good as getting really good view numbers when the engagement's as high as it is. Not the colour I would usually use for warpstone. But start finding the edges of all of these little tiny random facets now as well. Yeah, I am just going to go on a little be right back and pop to the loo, walk about a little bit, and do some eye exercises. I'll come back for the eye exercises. We can do them together. If you've got anything long distance you can focus on, if you're painting along, it's a good idea. And just like if you're working and lurking every hour, try and get up, move about. If you are at an office desk or sat down. But if you're doing close range stuff like this all day, it's really important to do eye exercises. And if you're on a computer all day, it's important to do eye exercises because your eyes sort of get lazy and relaxed at the distance that you most regularly spend looking. And that's no good. Can't have lazy eyes, chap. Alright, so I'll be back and we'll do some of those. It's gonna be like 5-10 minutes tops. Hey. Thanks for the follow. Alpato. It's a nice name. I just need to block a telephone number. Good old spam calls, eh? I'm looking at maybe getting a new 5-meter phono cable. Because basically one of the reasons I have repeated audio problems is because we got 1, 2. Mind you, is it the same point of connection we'd end up having? I don't even actually necessarily need or want a phono cable, do I? What I want is a 1/4 inch male to 1/8 inch female 5-inch audio jack cable. That is what I want. To enable me to walk around my room and just have one thing plugged in there, one thing plugged in there. Whereas, yeah, I do kind of have 1, 2, 3, 4 different connection ports in order to actually facilitate it at the moment. I've got a phono jack that has a female 1/8 inch audio jack receiver for this, a female for this male, my actual headset, that then runs to a phono connection. So this is a necessary connection, right? This is this first unnecessary connection. This is the second unnecessary, because we've got to go phono to phono. This is ridiculous. And then it goes, this is a phono cable, runs all the way down to a converter that runs back into a 1/8 inch audio jack, and then that runs into an 1/8 inch to 1/4 inch converter audio jack. So it's actually 1, 2, 3, 4 unnecessary different layers of connectivity. And so it's not really a wonder the amount I move around with it and stress that I put it under, that we've got like problems with the audio, where I'm like fiddling around with one cable and then I'm fiddling around with another cable connection just to try and get it all cushy. It's my birthday tomorrow. We recently cancelled Amazon Prime, which runs for another week or so. Let's fucking order one and see if we can get one for tomorrow that's suitable. So we don't want a phono cable. We want 1/4 inch jack to 1/8 inch male to 1/8 inch female jack, 5 meters. Let's see if that gives me what I want. Yeah. 3.5 millimeter. 1/4 inch audio male to 1/8 inch female. Yes, that's what I want. 1 meter, 3 feet. That is insufficient. I need a 5 meter one so I can move around the room freely. No. Oh no, that would work. Dual female. $5 meters. Not delivered until next week though. Alright. It is, isn't it? I wish they had a better picture of the sockets. It is 3.5 mil. Yeah. Is basically 8 inch. The dual, 8-inch jack female. And basket. I just want to go and see if I can find another one that's hold the phone. I've got credit at Professional Music Technologies in town. Haven't I? On this fucking card. We're going to go and see if we can get the audio cable that we need. I might call them up. I just remembered as well, because we've only got like a certain period of time of that credit left to spend it as well, I think. I was in the hope that like maybe we'd be able to get enough money together to be able to buy a keyboard and add on to it. Basically, we have that credit because we went and bought a microphone that in the end we didn't need because we got this microphone working. But we bought, because we had to buy the kit for it, right? To get it working. We ended up getting like an expensive audio cable, like a really, really top quality Roland audio cable. And that we took some of that out of the credit, but I still think there might be like £100 left on that card. And I think there might be like a limit to spend it on. So I do need to go in there. It would have been late summer that I would have done all of that. Would have been like August, September. If you can hear that, sorry. Yeah, you can. Phone on hold. What what are we going to do with that credit? Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do with it. I need to make some phone calls. How long have we been going? We got to get some more painting done, and then I better go and I might come back tonight and do a second stream, like a sort of we run through midnight into my birthday tonight. We might do that. Yeah, I'll do that after stream. There's plenty of time to do that after stream. Shops won't have closed. It would be good to call that brush company and see what's happened to those brushes they were going to send me before it's too late for them to stick them in the evening post. Because it might be already, they might do their evening post run at midday or something, who knows. But I'd better just do that now I think about it. I haven't had an email from them, have I? No. I swear I had an email from them though. Didn't they email me? No. No, they didn't. I thought they emailed me. I guess I just wrote down an email. Just give us a second. This shouldn't take more than a minute. Or more than a few minutes. What's the number? 1535. It's that number there. Give us a second. Hiya, is Sylvia there? Maybe it's Thomas Carter. I spoke to her at the end of the week before last, and she said she was going to send some brushes out, but I know that you had the bank holiday on the Monday, so maybe it sort of got lost or something in the post, because it hasn't arrived. Yeah, sure. Do you need the postcode or? As well, I was sort of hoping to get to speak to Sylvia briefly again at some point, just to go over again what we spoke about before, because I wanted to actually first of all ask her if it was okay to sort of record the call, which I didn't do last time, and thus didn't record the call. And it was meant to be sort of like as a bit of a sort of video production that I was going to do as a bit of a, you know, an interesting topic for people in my circles, basically, and it, you know, obviously reflect you guys well. So, absolutely, yeah. It's the MiniMadCat, all one word. Yeah, the MiniMadCat, all one word. Yeah. At gmail.com. Bless you, thank you so much. Alright. Not at all, thanks. Thanks, take care. Bye bye. Alright. You are. Everyone's slacking. Everyone's slacking. I'm giving no one any hints as well, so like I'm leaving it right open for whoever's got the memory for it. Just to be clear, guys, we don't know what this is for, but I'm pretty sure it's probably going to be for, like, giving away a painted miniature. So, getting first could well be worth, like, a decent prize at some stage. You know, I don't know when we'll do it and what model it will be, but it'll be a nice model. It'll be a sizable model that's nicely painted. Probably something that's a good few months away, so we'll get like at least 100 entries or something, hopefully, eventually. I never check unless I never even check unless I am first. Really, yeah. If you don't come in as the first person who chats, you just don't even think to check. Just send it to me. Well, it might just literally might end up. You might stack the odds in your favour that well if everyone's as forgetful as they've been so far. Porninator. I'm gonna run away with this, and I can see it happening. But thing is, that being said, though, I also know that some people can, like, you know, you might have to work on actually being first at some point. Do you know what I mean? Like actually being the first in the room, because the people who are first in the room will get it. I think eventually, maybe, who knows? Don't know this, do we? They might keep forgetting and missing it. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. Them are some wise words. Them is some wise words. Such wiseness. Such wow. We're going to introduce some purples in a second. Bring it back down a little bit in a few places. I didn't do it last time. What, you didn't get first last time? Well, maybe it was the Banana who got it last time, because he's the most recent on the list. Since you... But I have made sure to do it every time someone has redeemed it. I know that. I know that. It's something I can trust myself with. A rare instance of being able to trust myself with something that needs recording properly. Used to be so good at it. I was so many years out of admin, but it has helped in terms of doing like a lot of stuff business wise. It is super fucking helpful, like having some admin experience like I have. I was going to go purple, and I think I went back to the... Just little tiny bits, really don't want too much of this. Let's do that here, that needs to be rusted. Yeah, it needs to be rusted all from the start. All these little bits where I'm like leaving light reflection, but really, like even this here is clearly meant to have just been eaten away, really, isn't it? Because why is it there and not there? This is obviously part of the way the sword was built, I would assume, and is not all rusted out. But that, clearly, because of the symmetry, right? But there's no symmetry there, so that's just been rusted out, hasn't it? Yes, it has, probably. How do you paint rogue hairs, and how do you handle rogue hairs and brushes? Oh, you did take it last time. Right. Basically, I've had it a few times on the stream already. But you just, when they stick out like that, just go like that. Basically, it's a really quick little motion where you just let like your fingernail just run over the top of the ferrule, directly perpendicular to the hair that's gone rogue, and then what's on purpose? I'm so confused. Yeah, you think it's on purpose? The only part of me which would agree with you and think you might be onto something is because there's 3 cutouts. And like thrice fold befouled, right? Like that's the whole Nurgle vibe. It looks too defined for it. I kind of felt I know what you mean, yeah. But then it also gives a lot of opportunity for us to put a lot of fucking rust there and make it look really grim and nasty. And there's a part of me that thinks I should just do that. Because I don't really want to push the non-metallic really hard on it. And it hides like those rough blends. If I just start going rough rust. But I don't know, I'm with you. I mean, I've done like some really basic sort of little bits of highlighting on it, on the inside of it, as if to keep it that way. Definitely this part needs the rust, which is a shame, obviously, because it's sort of where I've chosen for the main. But it wouldn't really, like, if you really, I should probably have put it here. I should have put that highlight here in terms of spacing, so that we could have gone like bomb, 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 bomb kind of thing, and maybe a little highlight there. I don't know. Nice to have it sort of staggered evenly, but I went by angle of. I went instead by like the light that I imagined that it would be hitting it. But now that I look at it, I realise that we need to do that there as well, because of the whole 4 points of light, right? Always remember 4 points of light when doing non-metallics is what you kind of is the easy. It's the easiest way to do it on a model. Do you what you want, but it's there on purpose, or it's certainly there on purpose. There's, you know, every aspect of the sculpt is deliberate. I can definitely agree that it seems too perfect for it to be rusted. But that there is near perfect. That little one there is arguably perfect to cut out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, there's more than like. I always look for 7s and 3s with Nurgle. Here's an idea. Can you make it look like it's decayed instead of supposed to be there? I'll take it that far. Yeah. So that's what I'm kind of thinking, is literally sort of take it to the point at which that whole area just looks completely rusted out, right? Yeah, I think this is the move, to be honest. Could do with getting some more orange in. Maybe actually get like a strong orange on the palette. I got to change the music, don't I? Really, we should be doing all of this anyway once we've done this side. I'm kind of being silly by doing corrosion and weathering when all of the rest of it isn't ready for it, because that's something that definitely works when you're pushing both sides. Thanks for that. Gonna paint the blue tack? Hey Rao, oh my god, he's so quick with the messages. I have not been looking. Hey, how's it doing, buddy? How you doing? Praise Madcat. His manhood is double dipping in all the countries. You snake man, what's up? Look at this stuff. Oh, I love that. What are you gonna do with the base? You're gonna paint the blue tack. So it's obviously it goes on him, right? It goes on this boy. The base is a bit of a mess, actually. I want to work on the base a lot too. I kind of want to redo a lot of the bases in my Nurgle army. They're just a little bit too cookie dough look to them. Just a singular hand sword with... yeah, imagine if it was just this on its own. Like it had legs that I had to attach that hand to. It would be very Turnip 28, wouldn't it? Just a walking hand. It would kind of work as well. You could do these little gems as eyes, and it uses the eyes on the sword. And it could have eyes on either end here as well. That's actually not a bad conversion idea, Rao, for Turnip 28. That would be a lot of fun, you're right. But yeah, he is very generous. You could say that. I guess you could say that. He would feel that way, and he would appreciate the compliment, I'm sure. Hey, hey, Melter, how's it going? How's your day? Put it on a base, and it is an animated weapon for D&D. Making up some Lovecraftian ideas. Yeah, no, it would be cool. It would be cool. But no, it's all magnetized, right? Like, so we've put a magnet underneath for this particular part. We just stuck the others on blue tack, but for this particular part, we stuck a magnet inside there so that it's not going to go anywhere whilst we paint it, because otherwise it would constantly. Yeah, there's so much to do and make him look amazing. Fuck. Shit. Right, let's push. I feel like, you know what we should do? We should put what's that music that we put on in the past where it's like I properly go for it? Was it trance? Did I really get into, like, was I painting hard with trance music? How does everyone feel about some trance music? Or yeah, maybe the Kush Sessions stuff. We generally get on with that, right? We get on with the Kush Sessions. It's a little bit more upbeat than this. Let's do that. Close, hashtag close enough. Imagine my best Jim Carrey impression. I love it! I don't know. That's my best Jim Carrey impression off the cuff with no practice. He's just very an enthusiastic chap, isn't he? Big projects require a lot of time, unfortunately. That is why procrastination on them until the very last moment. Well, he's just been sat in the cabinet since 2019 or something stupid like that. Yeah, he's been in the cabinet in the state he's been in since 2019. I may have done little bits of work on this sword, and that's it. But and I know that we've got the Space Marine to paint, but like, I took a couple of days off, and I just want to, like, off of painting, which is always a mistake when you need to try and maintain your standard. I know this, and yet I still make the same mistake of having days off. But so I've picked this boy up to just let myself feel like I've done some hobby for myself, because I haven't done that for quite a while. Although arguably the Signum stuff was for myself. Could argue that a little bit. What am I doing? I was going to finish off the non-metallics on this side. Let's bring everything up on this side to where this is, and we've got to do the weathering afterwards. I love doing weathering. It's one of my favourite bits. I have to wait. I have to hold off. No, I hate it. Right, let's get placement on all this. Right, we need to put more water in the palette. It's drying out. You're right though, Melter Sensei, they definitely do. So, if we're basically going to say bosh, 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 bosh is what's going to happen, so we'll just mark out some spots. Then I guess that's already marked. That would be like that. Just positioning things at the moment. This could maybe have a little slither there. Obviously, edge highlights. Don't need to do that yet. Yeah, there's obviously going to be one down there. We might have it just catching a little bit, but it's not going to be super strong. Not quite there either. We're looking for highest highlight points, really. It would be maybe here we could carry that on like that. And that's pretty much it. Over here on the handle, anywhere. There, maybe. But yeah, it's not going to be that high there. Alright, that's what we'll work with in terms of highest highlight positions. There'd be one down there, wouldn't there? Just a tight, like this area would be catching quite well just underneath. Where would it be? There? Just where this shadow would be hitting, so would it? I don't know. Could be it'd be a bit brighter there, but it's not going to be highest highlight. We'd probably have one in there, but it's probably then going to end up with rust in the corners, so fuck it. Yeah, corners are going to be rusty. Cool, alright. Let's do the gold. Finish this gold off. Drop in the white to do the fluorescent eyes. Start working on the blue metallics. Once those eyes are dried, which will take a little while, we'll do we'll do verdigris inside the gold, right? And then we can do final highlights on the gold if there are any. We might do like a couple of little dots on that still, or I might just rust it up a bit more. I don't know. But let's take that order of operations. So. We're saying a little bit more highlights. Got tentacles to do on it too, haven't we? Tentacle, 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 tentacle. Right. I need to put water in, don't I? My palette. Things will dry out. Try and get it off the palette. Oh, fuck! Fine. Actually, that wasn't nearly enough for Jim Carrey, was it? Wasn't nearly enough of a. I love it. It'd be something. Still not there, but it'd be really goofy, wouldn't it? Really goofy. Oh, damn it! I said goofy, and I thought about something Jimmy said to me the other day. Something horrendous about Goofy the character. This is facing up, right? This is all facing up, whereas the other side is kind of very much facing down. So we can come at this with a much deeper angle with this mid-tone. A little bit thin and watery at the end there. Let's take that away actually, here and here. Suck that out of there. Hope you're all having a wonderful day, guys. Oh, that's interesting. He's like got a little double horn, this lad has. Oh shit. Yeah, it's like a second little horn. I'll have to maybe drop some shadow back there, I don't know. It's a bit of a heavy, that was a bit of a hectic mix, that one was not their best mix. A little bit cacophonic, but it's starting to look a little bit better. Really, it's a very sort of low effort, not particularly like amazing non-metallic workup that I'm using here, but again, it's sort of to match an army that I started painting when I started the hobby. And whilst I do want him to stand out, I don't want it to look, so it's a nice relaxing piece to do in that respect, because I kind of got to match a lower standard as opposed to doing that Blood Angel, which has to be my highest. So also support Madcat on patreon.com/TheMiniMadCat. Thanks though, Kush Sessions, for the reminder. Feed me a nut. Ah, wow. I haven't been fed a nut for ages. Cursed. Cursed redeemed. Thank you. Thank you very much. Salty. Love a good nut. The bed's alright. Character in the bottom left would get one, but this is even better. I go and fish out the rare nut bag. Rare nuts. It's pretty ridiculous, isn't it? That I actually have that ready to go. Right, so we're thinking bosh, right? At this point we need to start thinking a lot more directionally, otherwise it's not going to look non-metallic at all. There's not nearly enough darkness in this non-metallic recipe. That's my main thing with it, but it is the recipe that I was using at the time, so nowadays I'd probably generally take I might come back in with like some, I don't know. No, it's all going to end up looking verdigris, and the verdigris looks fine and suitable. So actually I don't need to worry too much. Just need to do what I was doing yesterday. Just consider the angle. Give it a quick knock with the brush from that angle and keep moving on. Catch up with chat in a second. Again, there's some more. We can come at it a flatter angle, can't we? Because it's facing upwards. I don't want to go into that recess, so just pull that out. Good. Good. I think I'm kind of fine. Here we go. You were asking earlier, Porninator, if you're there. You there, dude? Got a stray hair. This is what I do. Right, this should work. You there? Yeah? That's done half of the job. But usually that snaps back in. And there you go. It's back in with the rest of them. When you just pull it that way afterwards. Sometimes just doing that is enough and it'll go back in, but I tend to like, yeah, just... Cool. I'm going to make this warp stone. I've decided. I'm going to make both these two and this outsides. This will be gold. Okay, cool. Plan established. Nice. This is duck shell egg green, I think. It's Vallejo air, but it is pretty much Nurgling green if you were using Citadel. I'm going to be washing that a little bit with some green anyway. It's in the perfect condition now. So this is one of those things which happen with this colour and generally with like Vallejo air colours, if you're using them on your palette and on your brush, is that like when you take the moisture out of them the next day, they actually become nicer to paint with. Obviously not for the airbrush, but Get a lot less of what happened just there, where it sinks into recesses when it's in this condition. Okay, 3, 4, 5. I got them. Okay, let's come at it from this angle. Not coming off my brush perfectly. Hit the edge of that at least. A lot of this I reckon we could just be skipping this because of the verdigris and how rusted it ends up looking. And I don't think I'll go to straight ivory at all, because by the time it'll be that as rusted as it's gonna be, white would actually end up looking really off underneath it all. Because it just, something that's that rusted shouldn't have much lustre. Like when you've formed that much oxidization around it, it's like everything will be affected, and it'll be everywhere. So, which is perfect, really, what we want. But obviously, if I wanted to make this look nice and non-metallic now, the thing to do would be to do that, right? Skip straight up to ivory, and then we maybe come back with something to bring more shadow in and define things more, make things look more visually interesting and exciting. But like we could do this. We could do this, but is there any point in doing this? I just don't know. I feel like it's probably not. I'll need to not overdo it as well. If I was going to do it, it would be, it's got to be tiny little bits. Yeah, just, I don't need to take it this far. I don't need to. It's unnecessary. And I don't think it's helping, actually. When it comes to put verdigris on it, it won't help. If there's any like bits which look like they haven't gotten an excess amount of verdigris on them, that's when we'll put final highlights like that on. No point doing it beforehand. Right, eyes. Pink eyes. Let's do that. And noses. Sheep. And then at some stage you need to think about dropping this into the, dropping a little tiny dot of white in to the ones on the other side to try and finish them off. We'll want to load up very minimally when we do that. We'll want the absolute, like, exact amount for each dot on the brush and no more. Will also be a lot of, like, back and forth from the palette and washing out, possibly, repeatedly. Tedious, but necessary for it to work, because they're so recessed. At the very end, I will do OSL, I think, with this pink. That's the idea. The question is, who's making these swords for these nerds? Worth it. Yeah. So is the Nurgle blacksmiths? I think they just use what's laying around, or who's putting all the skulls into the sword? I think that when you're like a warp entity, as these things are, these things kind of just form out of the warp as part of. They're forged out of the warp, I imagine. It will be like a warp inherently. Well, I'm trying to think of the right word within the lore. It's a demonic blade that's forged from the warp, effectively, one way or another. The old magic made it. Yeah, basically. Basically, yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. That's an adequate explanation for my liking, to be honest. I don't need any further explanation. I am ready and prepared to suspend my disbelief within my within the realm of fantasy in which I am currently painting models for. Wordsbrain. Wordsbrain, I word good. I English good. Oh, fuck that. That's fine. We can fix that later. I don't bother pulling that out now. In fact, that's just perfectly fine for the OSL, in fact. And we should probably consider doing a similar thing with the others. Cool. Okay, I've got all of the little tiny little bits where that pink light is going to hit, more or less laid out there. Okay, yeah, it's only going to take a little bit to dry because they're just all sitting in recesses. Let's just double check that we've got everywhere that we want. I can see a few spots there. It's a bit thick. Not enough moisture in my brush right now, probably. It's okay. It's fine. It's such a big brush, thankfully it is okay at the moment, just about. And it being a little bit drier than it has been isn't a bad thing, because we actually will be waiting a very long time for some paint, even white paint, because it's in such recesses like that to dry. Hey, how's it going over? I'm alright, yeah. I'm alright. I'm always good when I'm streaming, because if I'm not, I don't click the button. It's a general. So when you see me live, it's generally speaking a good rule nowadays, because I've sort of gotten a little bit more strict on that. I'm like, if I'm not in the mood, or I think I'm going to get like triggered by people's fucking jokes because of my autism. If I've got like a high tism day, basically, it's like, nah, actually, I won't. Fuck it. It's not worth it. I'll just upset people and myself. How are you? It's birthday tomorrow. Birthday tomorrow. I'll be getting pretty close to 40. Getting pretty close to 40. Must say. How are you? What have you been up to? We'll do the blue sort of half-assed non-metallic that we're doing. On this side in a second. No, fuck off, I'm not. I'm not. It's even worse than what Apollo said. Yeah, that's you must be some young whippersnapper to think that I'm that old. Don't let the grey hairs fool you. That's just the stressful life I've had. 48. Fair. Alright, we've got almost a decade on me. To be fair, yeah. Almost. But not quite. You young whippersnapper, you. So, yeah. I'd like to say I'm, you know, just about to hit 30, but no. That would be a big lie. A big old fat lie. It's alright. You gotta laugh about age sometimes, isn't it? Gotta do what you can with what little time we've got left. Sit down too much doing this, you know. It's no good for you. Not healthy. Yeah, I'm getting a little stray coming out regularly. Are you there, man? Are you good? Are you good though? Yeah, I'm alright, man. I'm alright. Yeah. No, I am. I'm okay. It's okay. I'm surviving. I'm surviving. But, we might be finishing streaming in like 10 minutes and I go and have like a little bit of a long break and then come back and we do an evening stream, maybe? Like a late night stream. Because I do need to do a few things. A shame it's not nicer weather, otherwise I'd ride down to PMT and get this cable sorted out because I've become tired of a like 4 different connections that fail occasionally on me and have my audio mess me around. Yeah, exactly. That's all you can do. Wow. I'd like to think that we might be able to figure out some way of thriving. I watched a wild video the other day on a woman who was talking about how you can like use different like aspects of debt like management that banks quite often offer to pay off a mortgage in like 10 years that would take 30 years to pay off. It was a few too many numbers for me. And I haven't shared it on the Discord yet because I wanted to get a professional opinion on it, and I'm waiting on my mate Alex to have a look at it, who deals with mortgages for a bank. And I want to sort of find out what his thoughts on it are before I go and share it, because I don't want it to end up being like misinformation or whatever, or bad information. Misinformation, such a fucking annoying word. Jim, sing the song, Jim. What is that from? Where did that come from? Why did you start? Where did that come from? Why did you start saying that? It's hilarious. Is it a Star Wars? Is it a Star Wars? Is it a Star Trek reference? This needs to be thinned down way more to do what I want to do with it. In fact, what I could do, probably, I'm going to end up with tide marks now, aren't I? Oh no. Okay, cool. I am curious where this is this a Star Trek reference, or is this just having fun getting Jimmy to try and sing songs? Sweet. There you go. Do this with all of them. Again, don't want it to be too strong. Just like that. So painting around the edges, hoping to just skim them, make the area around them look sore. Hear the people sing. It came from I pasted a song from Les Mis musical on Jim's stream when he was having GW every night. I say to him, sing the song, Jim. So I'm not singing that. Which Les Mis song? Is it I Dream a Dream or something, I don't know. So, do you hear the people sing? I'd read that before. Yeah, I know that one. Yeah, I don't hate Les Mis as a production. It's fine, I guess. Like, I've watched it. I have watched it. Not my usual viewing choice, I guess, but oh. Right, now I just want to go into every little pot mark with this. I know it, but I can't think it. Make all of this look sore. This is Scarlet, I think, ink. We need to sort all of this out. This is a... This whole... Shit. This whole situation down here needs sorting. From like the grip here to shading on the hand. Man, so I know some people aren't massive fans of Les Mis, so I don't want to play it on stream. But at the same time, there's a part of me that just wants to like know the song and remember how it goes. Because that's what I'm like. Oh dear. Didn't expect that. I did not expect that to happen, but that's happened. Oh no. Oh shit. Oh shit. Gloves. Don't just grab it with your greasy, dirty fingers, Mad Cat. Greasy, dirty fingers. Oh, I think we may have even done as Rao suggested. We may have painted some blue tack. Not intentional. Could have happened. I can't tell actually. This might just be, yeah, the way it's kind of the green stuff's dried. I've reported a few official GW posts on Instagram for being scams and misleading today. Really? Get in. Oh, I've put it in the wrong polarity, and it wants to push it away. I'm an idiot. Nice. GG. Ah, share them with me. Share them with me. Let me do the same thing. Oh my god, I fucking hated that song, I think it's fair to say. Oh, cursed. Cursed. I fucking hate it. Fucking, ugh. Is that, you are, like, right, you know what I'm talking about, the cheeky girls. Oof. Oof, that was a band. Fuck me. If you could call a group, I think it's a bit of a stretch to call them a band, actually. Retrospect. Let it go, man. I can't. Things will never be the same. It's all their fault. People blame Tony Blair and Boris Johnson. It's all the cheeky girls. Right, what the fuck am I doing? Get my shit together. Let's do all of this here. No, let's not do that. We want to do the blue first, don't we? Should we do the blue? Yeah. Okay, let's do the blue. Stegadon, scale green and ivory is what we're using. Oh god. Regret. Regret. Regrets. No regrets. Do you want to build a snow? I can't. What do you mean? We don't have snow. Hold on, we're not having like mid-May snow again, are we? Better not be. Because it's always disappointing. It's never worth it. It's always disappointing when that happens. You know? You like snow in May? Ooh, yeah, let's go. Then it's just sludge within 24 hours. I don't know. No. It's, you know, hands get cold when you build a snowman. And I like not necessarily to get my hands cold. And it's a bit of a puss thing to say. I need to eat something. Chat. I've been living on a banana and 2 coffees all day. I gotta go and eat something. I gotta make some phone calls. See if there's an audio cable available for me in town. Cycle into town. Come back. So eat. Cycle into town and back, maybe, if they've got what I'm after. And use some of my credit. And find out what I've got left on credit on that card. Because that's important. And then come back for a late night stream in like 5 hours or something. Maybe. Maybe 10 PM start. Maybe 10:30. Maybe. And then we'll go till like 1 in the morning. Maybe do 3 hours from 10 o'clock. Maybe. And then, yeah, birthday tomorrow. So, tomorrow I will try and start early and have everything that I need in to not stop for like 12 hours at least. And maybe I'll give everyone the opportunity to like keep me on for longer with a subathon. You got a meeting call too? Fair. Yeah, I gotta make a phone call to PMT and find out what the deal is with their cable availability for my needs. And if I've got credit on there and it's due to run out in a couple of months, it'd be worth me just going down there and having a look at what I can pick up that is needed for the stream or that I want. I certainly can't afford to get a keyboard right now. We're a good couple of £100 away from being able to get a nice keyboard that is piano weighted, like proper piano, concert piano weighted keys. Which was why I was hoping I would be all ready and saved up to do by now, but that's not happened. So, I might have just missed their spring sale by a couple of weeks as well. Oh, well, thanks very much everyone for hanging out today. I'm going to find us somewhere to head off to. Apologies I can't stick about, but I will be back on later. I think I know where we're going. On Twitch. Just I'm going to check and gander where else we can go. It's been a while actually since I've gone there. I think I will. I think I'll just go there. Trying to look for any of the new Okay, they're about to go there. Mike should be going for a little bit longer. So we'll go over there. I feel like doing a stream where we actually go into tomorrow, where we pass midnight. So I think probably 10 o'clock at the earliest. So 5 hours, 20 minutes from now at the earliest. But it might be like 10:30. But that should give me plenty of time to like get fed and do like the trips I need to make and the phone calls, and I need to do some work on back end stuff, frankly, as well. The stream is in desperate need of me doing some back end work. It's going to start being a daily thing, anyway. And I might have to do those sorts of things later at night if my sleep schedule doesn't get better. I don't know. Right, let's fucking do this. Mike looks like he's still going. Yeah, I've done it right. Alright. For those of you who are subscribers, as always, there's that. There's the copy pasta for subscribers, and here's the one for non-subscribers. Whoever's about, if you're able to copy and paste one of those when we go through and give Mike and chat in there a little bit of love, then that'd be appreciated. It helps this channel when we do that and represent ourselves well going through in the raids. Yeah, I'll be back on tonight. We'll do that. And we'll finish this sword off, I think, tonight. We'll finish this sword hand off. Okay. Let's... I'm worried that Mike is about to... Alright. Let's fucking go. I'll see you guys there. He's about to finish. Okay. Copy paste the thing. I love you. I'll see you there. Alright. Ciao, YouTube. Have a lovely rest of your day. Alright.